What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Ben Arfa's flashback card. We was going to do him yesterday, but again, 6 reviews out. We thought we're going to leave it till today. Obviously, the flashback is still in SBCs until the 6th of January, so you've got plenty of time to do him. We have got headliners coming on later today, as I believe it is New Year, so it is 2021. Ben Arfa is the first flashback, first review of 2021, so happy New Year to everybody out there, and hopefully everyone is doing well. Let's get into the review, and let me know, who do you want in flashback next? Let me know down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. We are so close to hitting 7k. I believe at the time of this recording we've got 17 subscribers left. I can't thank everybody enough for this year. It has been absolutely immense to come back into FIFA 21 and start the ball rolling as we continued in FIFA 20. So that's just a big thank you to everybody else. And let's get into the review. So Ben Arfa is a 5-star skiller with the 4-star weak foot. He also is left-footed with a low defensive work rate and a medium attacking. He is cam, and he has gone from a 75 rated card in Bordeaux to an 87, a huge plus 12. It's prime Ben Arfa, to be honest. He was a fantastic card back in the day. He had special cards. We're going to go through the generations. I believe we should have some generations. If we do have a quick look, we do have a few, so we will go through them and kind of see how Ben Arfa was back in the day. He was just a very skillful player, normally quite a lower rated card, but very skillful and cheap, and especially when he played for Newcastle, he was a good card back then as well. But in terms of stats, what have we had the upgrade? We will go through the comparison on the end, so you can see the footbin card in the comparison to him. But we've got decent pace, 90 acceleration, can't complain one bit there. I think that for me is done him justice. We have got decent shooting. Obviously finishing is the lower point. I would like that to be increased for him to be that kind of important cam role. It's someone who's going to have them long shots, them kind of outside of the box shots. I need that finishing up, so it's a chem style that we're looking there. We have got good passing, 86 on the overall. Obviously everything is above 83, and we have vision and curve at 91 and 93. Again, very nice stats. It's not necessarily like over the top, wow, these are 90 pluses, but definitely a solid rating to start with. Dribbling wise, his best attribute, 90 rated on the base. We've got 84 and 87 agility balance. We also have 90 composure, which is a huge one. Unfortunately, if Ben Arfa does get an inform, it won't go on the top of this card. It will just start from 75, so more than likely we'll see like a 79, 78, maybe even an 80 rated inform. Unfortunately for anybody that's not going to do this card, then obviously the informs are going to be nowhere near as spectacular as this increase. In terms of physicality, he's got a little bit. It's about bang average, 77 strength, 74 aggression. It's about right. 80 stamina. Again, that is it's going on more super sub, if anything. I wouldn't say he's quite a first team, but definitely super sub. You've got a lot of competition there, and there is a big one. There is a big one that we put in the similar players. If you have finished the milestone for Ligue 1, which I believe was in the first season, which was Millet, you've almost got the same sort of card for free there. So we're going to go and have a look at the difference between them two. But let's get into some gameplay and see what Ben Arfa can do. So if we take a look at a few of the gameplays from Ben Arfa, he was a nice cam. Would I say he's my most favourite cam? Most definitely not. But he links balls up, obviously playing good through balls, managing to get inside the box himself. He's got a lot of skill, a lot of good dribbling, and that for me is a perfect cam. As long as he can dribble a bit, maybe yes, I would like a little bit more finishing on him, which we will discuss as the chemistry style, but I think that for me is kind of one element as a cam. I think as long as he can pass, dribble, and just overall be almost contributing to the game. He doesn't necessarily have to assist or score, but as long as I feel that he's actually doing something in the game, I'm more than happy to play him. I feel like he will be more of a super sub than anything. Personally, from just watching him, I feel like the 80 stamina definitely will come in useful more as a super sub than playing the full 90. Obviously, Ligue 1 objectives, if we do get them again in icon swaps, is going to be very useful for that if you haven't finished Millet. Or you could go with 2 cams, maybe you put one as a centre forward, one as a cam, then obviously that's always not a bad little trick yourself. But overall, I thought he was a good player. It's got a nice upgrade, relatively cheap, 200k on the Xbox, 190 on the PlayStation. 86 raid SBC, very grindable quite easily in terms of upgrade packs if we do get them. And we have a little Panenka here, absolutely beautiful, cheeky stuff from him. So if we do have a look at the overall for Ben Arfa, as you can see on your screen, we have got him coming from a plus 16 on his pace, 10 on his shooting and dribbling, 12 on passing, 4 on defending, and 15 upgrade on his physical. A huge upgrade from his gold card, and obviously being 12 ratings, you're gonna feel a massive difference. He feels more responsive, he's got a nice dribble in the box, he's faster, he's again just overall just such a better card. And it goes without saying, really, if you've got a plus 12 upgrade and you can't tell the difference, then they've done something wrong to the card. But for me, 200k, I don't think that's that expensive. As you can see, the links, Flashback Koscielny, we got at the very start of the game. If you completed him, you've got Pogba, you've got Mbappe, you've got Kanté, you've got Coman. There's so many French players out there that I think any sort of special French card in SBCs is always a safe option, just because you know there's always going to be links, and with that you can always make such a decent hybrid. And I think that's the one thing that I really like with the French nation, because you've got literally a nice French player in most leagues. Obviously Coman from the Bundesliga, you've got Lucas Hernandez, I believe it is, you've got Theo Hernandez from the Serie A, you've obviously got trying to think who's you got Osman Dembele, obviously from La Liga, a cracking one there. And I'm kind of missing people out here because you've got Ferland Mendy, you've got Varane from La Liga as well, BPL, Pogba, Kanté. There's just so many from each league, so you can make a really nice hybrid, and that is not even taking into consideration any of the icons. French icons are always sought after, bar from maybe a petite left back. Everybody else is relatively okay. Maybe Pires as well, I really didn't like him. But again, I'm always down for giving anyone a try, and any icons we get in SBCs, I'm more than happy to have in the club. But in terms of Ben Arfa's SBC, if we kind of finish up on this, and then we will have a look at some chemistry styles for him, we have got this SBC. It's just 186. 65 chem, 1 in form, and a French player is needed. So if we have a look at one of the cheapest ones, so if we go with this one, we've got 83s, we've got a Benzema 89, which is obviously France. At the moment, it may be expensive to do that because of the icon SBC, so definitely be wary, because we've got an 87 and a 90 and an 86. That's what's holding up the price. Maybe wait till tomorrow when we get lightning rounds for headliners. You will see the cards start to dip a little bit during them, but then they will go back up purely because of that icon SBC. Or if you can, I think you can wait for the icon SBC to be finished. I wonder if it tells me how long it's got left. You've got 5 days remaining. And okay, so pretty much it's going to run out at the same time, so you haven't got the chance of waiting for the icon SBC to go, because then obviously prices will start to dip again. But I think for me, he is worth it. I've given him an 8.8. I think the skill moves, the weak foot, the left footed, just his overall work rate and just how he plays in the game, I think he's definitely a decent cam. Would I say he'd make first team? Probably not. I don't think for me he'd overgo anybody else, but as a nice little super sub, as a League One player, I think most definitely he's worth a little cheeky look if you didn't finish Millet. If you've done Millet, personally I probably wouldn't even bother. It's practically the same sort of card. Yes, his stats are a little bit more impressive, but I wouldn't say it's worth putting in 200k if you've got a card for free. In chemistry styles, obviously people are looking at the Hunter. It will get his finishing up to a 90 or an 89 finishing, 90 shooting. That for me is more than enough to warrant this card for me. But hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. So close to 7k. We have got a CR7 review coming at long last next, so stay tuned for that, and it'll be out later on today. Peace.